Good morning. A new book of fictional short stories explores death, illness, and mourning. The book is titled Seeing You Home. It was written by Winnipeg author Catherine Hunter, who uses her own husband's cancer diagnosis, his battle, and his eventual death to tell this story. The many stories. Joining us now is author Catherine Hunter. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning, Rochelle.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, this is almost an exploration of your own personal grief, losing your husband. Tell us about your husband and what happened.
Okay, so my husband's name was Ron, still is Ron, and yeah, he became very ill and was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer in 2016. Okay. And then he continued to live until 2018, when he died at the end of that year. But his life was prolonged by certain new drugs that are, it's a sort of targeted therapy. Okay. So he lived a full year, if not more, longer than was expected. So that was a really wonderful thing. So it was kind of a bit of a miracle. Right. And so...
You were married for how long?
For we were together for a long time before we were even married, but I would say over 20 years, yeah.
And so this book, you never intended on writing this book at all. You wanted to just write a story about it, right?
That's right.
And then you wrote another story, and then another story. Tell us about the many chapters of grief that you ended up writing.
Okay, thank you. Great question.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first story I wrote was about a time when my husband was very, very ill with sepsis. He was in the St. Boniface Hospital, and I was still at home, right? And he was in the hospital, and so we kept in touch by phone, texting and calling. And then we couldn't find his phone. I looked all over the hospital room and everything, and it turned out it had been stolen out of his hospital room while he was lying there really sick. And I was like, who does that? You know, I don't know. So I was very naive, and for a long time I kind of refused to accept that. But then we tried this Find My Phone tracking device, and we looked on the map, and there was this little blue circle that was the phone, and it was moving. It's moving out of St. Boniface, and then it was going all the way, it was going on north on Notre Dame. And so I was just horrified that somebody really had it. And I kept saying, oh, somebody took it by mistake. As soon as they find out it's not theirs, they'll return it to the hospital.
That's not how it played out.
No.
And so this book explores some of the funnier moments, some of the more difficult moments of grief. Are you hoping, it's all fictional, these stories are all fictional. Yes. Are you hoping that those who are going through their own grief can use it to sort of manage and help them through it?
I really do hope that it would at least be, if not comfort, at least there'd be some recognition from people. You know, we walk through the city day after day and not really looking at the other people who are there with us. And so many people are going through all kinds of terrible things, but there are definitely hundreds, if not thousands, of people dealing with cancer in their family all the time. Yeah. And
so your book, it's Seeing You Home, will be launched at McNally Robinson Thursday at 7 p.m. Of course, the public is welcome to attend. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. It's a beautiful book. Thank you so much. Seeing You Home.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.